Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Curling Showdown, as RBC is committed to working with our community to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the community in which we live. Thank you to everyone on the organizing committee for putting this great event together, and on behalf of RBC Dominion Securities, enjoy the tournament.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
You can go to rankings. Well, there we are. So click her. And then slide down. Those are the events they played this year. That's how they finished first. World team ranking. They're number 1 in the world.
All right. Okay, good morning, everybody. We have Tirinzoni versus Grandy in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, the Nutrien Ag Solutions. I'm Justin Seneker, teamed up with Tim Tisdale from Nutrien Ag Solutions as well. Yeah. All right. Tirinzoni is looking to play a pretty clean end, it looks like, setting up for a deuce. Tirinzoni is ranked number 1 in the world in the ladies. They've played a ton of events already. The European Curling Championships, placed first. First at the Jenkins Classics, the Women's Masters in Basel, the Halifax Classic this year as well. This is a pretty classic first end. Just keep it clean, keep it tight. Tirinzoni, a professional at this, knows what she's doing. Looking to keep things pretty flat and open, not really giving Grandy an option to force her into a blank.
The Nutrien looks over there.
Yeah. Oh, a little wide and roll out. Going to give Clancy an opportunity here to not allow Tirinzoni to put up a deuce, hopefully this end. We have Alina Patz from Switzerland throwing the last rocks for Tirinzoni. She throws the last rocks, but Silvana, she does all the calling.
Yeah, we can hear you good, so keep on talking.
Can't hear Tim.
Can't hear Tim. So. He's using iPods. It's sensitive. Like when you're typing, we can hear all that on here. Just talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Talk about the game. Talk about yourself.
Yeah, if you guys haven't had the opportunity to come down to the curling club down here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, come on out. We have the Nutrien Egg Solutions Showdown rolling till Sunday. 25 of the top world's women's teams and 18 of the top men's teams. It's been lights out shooting all weekend long already. We're just getting into Friday's games. Some big upsets, some big turnarounds, some big shots. Been fantastic. Oh, nice roll, Clancy. A little nice. Try to get close to that guard. Make it a little different, a little more difficult for Alina. Grandy sitting one, pretty open, standard hit for Alina. Should be able to make this go away, leaving Grandy in a forced to a blank. Little up weight here, they're saying, but sweeping it, brushing it nice. A little nice tuck and roll, making it a little harder.
Remember, that's what you're talking about, not the live stream, because it's in a minute behind. That's real time. Talk about Grandy, Google now.
Hit and roll it out, sweep it hard. Ooh, just got it out of there. Nice blank by Clancy Grandy.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
All right, Grandy with hammer. We have lead Carol Howell throwing lead stones for Switzerland. Well, I was going to say that was a touch deep, but that's not a terrible spot either if they lock him on like that. Clancy's opting to hit and roll over. Probably the top one's going to stick her around, but that's okay. That's not really the focus at the moment. She's going to hit roll under her nice guard that Sarah Loken had thrown. This is Sarah's second shot. Jumped on her right away. Might be over curling just a touch here. Not sure if she just threw a little down weight than expected or what had happened there. Silvana splitting the house up now, putting the pressure on Clancy. This is Selena Wittenshock. Sorry, Selena. I'll just stick without your last name. Rolled it just a bit further than expected or wanted there, but still not a terrible spot. Clancy sticking to her game plan of up top, controlling the top of the house. Nice little hit roll under the guard. This is Lindsay throwing second stones for Clancy. First one curled too much, and this one's hanging out there. Stick around. No, it's not. A guard, yeah, I think that's probably a pretty decent choice. Obviously, the world champion Silvana Tirinzoni would know best, but with that rock being in the back forefoot there, it makes it a little more difficult to know exactly what to do. I like this call though, splitting it up a little bit, making Clancy have to choose as to what she wants to do, maybe change her strategy up a little bit. This is Selena's second shot. Going away from the guard, which strategically makes sense. Not allowing Clancy to hide underneath anything, having her to play out in the open. Lindsay's second shot here.
Rolls out, leaving an opportunity to go around the guard here now, I assume, and looks like they've got a pretty good setup for two at this point.
Yeah, Silvana, her strategy is top tier. She'll expose any missed opportunity to force Grandy into 1 point here this end.
Yeah, we're fortunate to be able to sponsor an event like this and to have the top team in the world here, and just shows that this event is getting top curlers in the world, and then that's really what Nutrien is about, to associate ourselves with this game, and it's a great fit for our customer base as well, because a lot of our small town people grew up curling, and this is a chance for them to see some high level curling.
Absolutely, Tim. Fujisawa's team was here earlier this week. They did some pictures and hung out with the kids for a little bit during our junior curling event, which is just great for the community, the kids, promotion of the sport. It's really what we try and do, promote our customers and our communities.
And that's been the great point, is the curlers are so much more approachable than they are at other sports. You see them upstairs mingling with everybody, and the fans just don't really get that interaction in any other sport other than curling.
Absolutely. All right, Kayla's first shot here. I think she's playing just a lightweight tap. Or a freeze, I guess.
Looks like she's come up a little short, and now the door's wide open here for a big end. They'll come around that guard again and try to bury another one. So Tirinzoni's looking at a multiple scoring end here.
Yeah, she's really putting the pressure on Clancy. She's giving her the whole side, one side open to draw for her one at the end, but the pressure is going to be on. She's going to be drawing in the second end against a pile of points. I was talking with Silvana's team earlier last night and in the week, and they were telling me that they practice year round, all year round they're training. This one seems to take off on her. I don't know what happened on that rock.
Looks like she came up early lighter. If it
Picked? Yeah, I think I might have picked.
something, it definitely took a right turn there. So again, a guard, but a chance now to come around, and if they can freeze on that back on the red, now the pressure's totally shifted.
Yeah, that's curling. It just flips back and forth, doesn't it?
It does. One stone can make a huge difference in an end. And we just saw it there. Now the other team can capitalize. Grandy can get behind it.
Gotcha. We have Lindsay and Sarah sweeping her in here. Needs to curl a bit, but it's coming around. Really nice shot.
A lot of late movement on that one. Yeah, it's mostly buried here, so still might be able to get a piece of it and push it back, but not as easy an end as it was 2 stones ago here.
No, I think with some low weight hit though, you can push that one out. If it was me, I guess I would have wanted that one a little higher just to leave a bit of an angle, but that's all right. So Lena's first. Has to be close. Oh. All right.
So she moved it enough to count 3, so and put some pressure on. There's lots of room for a draw at the end here. It's wide open, but it's a little different drawing against one. There's a drawing against multiple numbers here, so they eliminate. Looks like there could be a double there, possibly, or a hit and roll in front of the other red.
I think they're going to go for the freeze. I think they want to freeze one in there and see if they can force Selena into maybe a miss on her last one, and to try and get 2.
Could set up a jam possibility as well. So.
Yeah.
The rocks are behind the tee line at this point, so that's a positive there for the Grandy team at the moment.
Absolutely. All right, Clancy's first shot of this end. She's playing a freeze to the back 4. She freezes it in there just right. It does. There's a bit of a pocket, so it's going to be hard to get it out. Lindsay and Sarah are the brushers here, trying to lock it in.
She's close.
Yeah. A little heavy, I think. Oh. Oh, no. Okay.
Looks like there's an opportunity here for Terrence to get it through the hole there and probably be sitting 4. And like I said, put a lot of pressure on that last shot, although it's going to be a wide open draw to the 4-foot. It's still not easy when you're looking at 4. They might be able to play a hit. But,
maybe a hit. You know, I wouldn't mind a hit and long roll. Give Clancy a wide open big draw. She's trying to play a freeze there, and she probably threw back 12 weight. Gives her the opportunity to figure out her draw, but or maybe you do want to throw a hit, make her throw something different. I'm sure Silvana has done her research on Clancy, and she knows what she wants her to throw next, whether it be a hit or a draw. Perfect shot.
That's what I was looking for. Now, there is a wide open hit here. Can't afford to roll much. So again, got to expect them to make it this level, but seeing it's 4, you never know. Something in the back of your mind. But they did get the force regardless here.
Yeah. All these curlers are proven curlers. Just clean, just like that.
One for Grandy on the board here in a second, and for Tirinzoni, I think they're pleased the way that ended.
Absolutely.
As well.
Force them to 1.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough?
Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea.
Let's talk more about next year. I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrien Financial. Financing that's in the field with you.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Okay, Grandy's coming around center guard here, right to the button. Sarah's throwing for lead for Grandy. You know, Tim, it's been a pleasure to talk with all these curlers, hearing about where they come from, what they do. There are a few professional athletes in the mix where all they do is curl, but a high portion of these men and women are all students back in their respective countries, or they have jobs. This is what they do for fun. This is their livelihood, but it's not how they make their livelihood, which I found very interesting and kind of cool and neat. And talking to them, what their preferred place to curl is, where it is Canada. And Saskatchewan's the heartbeat of curling for Canada, I think. At least the prairies are for sure. And I think that's really cool and says lots about our country.
Well, it does. And if you look at the coaches for a lot of these teams as well, they've come from Canada, and they know that to be successful, that's where they need to be. But the commitment that all these players put in is incredible. It's like you said, it's not for most of them their profession. It's something they do for fun, and yeah, they can make a little bit extra money on it, but this isn't how they make a living, and to put this kind of commitment in on top of your daily life and your family life, really shows how much the sport means to them.
Absolutely. There are babies galore upstairs in our lounge right now. All these moms down curling, husbands rocking. I've seen kids in strollers, dads going everywhere, which is just fantastic to see the commitment these curlers, these professionals put into it.
Well, it really shows, that it's a family decision to be able to do this. Because you're right, they're bringing their family with them to a lot of the events, and they're away. They don't want to. Their mothers, in this case, that want to be around their kids. So it's a whole commitment from the whole family to be able to do this.
Lindsay's first here. She's trying to come through the port. A little wide. Hopefully it breaks here. There it goes. Bring it in, girls.
Well judged by the sweepers on that one. Got in a perfect spot. No choice now but to start running guards and then try and open things up here.
Selena with the double takeout. Nice little roll over to open it up. 2 corner guards there. That should work out great, hopefully later on in the end if they get the opportunity. Grandy electing to throw a guard.
Yeah, you're just going to guard that one just off the edge of the button right now. And again, it's a good guard. I think you're going to see another run back here, try to get it open. And if they can, that's going to change the way this end goes. But it's that one in the back could prove important at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Perfect guard placement there by Lindsay.
Considering coming around and sitting on top of it was part of the discussion here.
It's a very tight port. I'd probably be ripping one more guard or at least trying to run back and roll over, which is what I think that maybe just a straight peel.
Could be a straight peel on this one based on the ice that is there. Although this looks
Run back on their own? I'm not sure.
It looks like they were going to try to draw it in there based on the weight there. That they thought there was room, but it looked pretty tight from this angle.
Yeah. All right, Grandy's going to step on the gas here and put some pressure on. She's looking to come top 12. No, she's throwing a guard. I don't mind coming in the house there with 3 guards. I'd put the pressure on. There's a catcher in the back there, sitting top 12, top 8, 1, 2. That would be prefer. Well, that's what I would prefer. But these girls obviously curl a little more than I do.
I think they're going to come and sit right on top of it. I think that makes the most sense if they can. If they come up a little short, they do have a guard. But I think let's put the pressure on here. We've got an opportunity. They don't come around that often, so I would be jumping on it myself.
Three, so just tight top 12 to the rings. Just tight. Okay.
They decide to go with the guard. They've got those outside guards that Tirinzoni can use maybe on her last shot if necessary to set up a double. But I think right now she will try to move something out front or try to get something into the rings at this point.
Yeah, Clancy's really controlling the center of the sheet here right now and making it really hard for Alina and Silvana to get to the middle to score points. So I think they're going to open it up here. That was a perfect placement by Lindsay. Sorry, Kayla.
Get the run back here. Could possibly get them all here, but if they can get both those guards out, I think they'll be very happy.
Oh, Silvana showing why she's number one in the world. Double run back, takeout.
Yeah, no, that's a great shot. Still opportunities here to force a little bit, but I think to get that one off the button really changes the way the rest of this end can go.
Absolutely. Clancy Grandy's rinks coming from Vancouver, British Columbia. She's one of our Canadian teams here, ranked highly. She is ranked number 25 in the world.
Come around the other side, a little bit of a guess on weight. They haven't thrown from this side yet, but
Man, did they make it look easy though, hey?
they do. When you watch it on
Are you there, Justin? Clayton Wicks jumping on board.
I've been farming on my own right for 40 years now, I think. It's a very wholesome enterprise. You have very, very busy periods when you have to go hard. So many of our windows are so tight that you just can't afford to miss a couple days of seeding.
When a producer places their trust in us, that when it's time for them to be able to make their living, we're going to be there. That's a tremendous responsibility that is not a one-day-a-year thing, right? In order to actually deliver on that, you have to build your processes and you have to build your team and you have to have a mindset of operational excellence, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And it's our job to make sure that they don't go wrong. Or if they do go wrong, that we can fix it before it affects our customer.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
Zoni trying to come around a little wide. Touch deep, but that's all right.
Pretty standard approach that you see from these top teams is the how they set up now.
Throw a guard and come right around, right on the button. This one's a little deep, but and that does change the strategy a little bit. If Grandy were to come around and sit on top, and she's looking like she's electing to go to the wing, though.
Definitely trying to go around that corner guard and try to set up a double here. Multiple score in.
Looks a touch heavy. Will it stop in time?
So deep.
Touch out.
So now, now you're going to see him probably come around that center guard again here. And again, this looks like the force is on right now.
Yeah, weld another one on there. And what is Grandy going to do? She'll have to start blowing it up and trying for a blank. Both Tirinzoni and Grandy at the Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown are 1 game apiece, 1-1 or 1-0 for the weekend so far, or week already. Both trying to secure that a piece of that $100,000 grand purse from the event.
Great shot. It's one that threw is just buried right now. No choice here, but the try running back the guards, and if you get double, maybe get more out of it. That's great, but need to open up that 4-foot now for sure.
Have to be careful though, you don't just hit it straight on the nose, because then you're in the way then too. So not that easy of a shot. That's the pro miss in this. Make sure you roll out of the way.
And we're just going to see them put the guard back here, and might see a few shots of this, and eventually Grandy's they're trying to get a piece of that other one in the front there if they can at some point, but for now we're just going to see another guard up front.
Sliding a little deep here makes the double a little bit easier to hit and roll out of the way.
Double and
possibly a triple.
Could be a triple. It's possible it might jam, but I think the angles are there. So best case scenario here, they'll get all three, but it's going to allow them to remove a couple rocks and make the end a little bit easier.
This is Lindsay Dubu playing damage control. That's her role at the moment, is bail out of this end. All three of them go. Nice shot.
Great call. Now, Tirinzoni's team will still try to go on the offensive here, try to go around that corner guard. But when you have last shot, now the 4-foot's wide open. So, yeah, that really changed the end, that great triple.
We were talking about seed, Tim, not that long ago, and it's interesting how far Canadian agriculture reaches and Nutrien Ag Solutions reaches. I was visiting with some friends last winter from Europe, and they were struggling to get mustard on their shelves, and we know Saskatchewan's the #1 producer of mustard. And it's interesting talking to them, asking like, how can we get mustard? So I had assured them then that we were growing a pile of mustard. Nutrien Ag Solutions sells mustard seed, but we were trying to do the best to get mustard into across the world. So it's kind of neat when you get to these events and you hear how our products end up impacting their lives, and you hear about it from them as well. So
yeah, the mustard lineup we have is really top in the world, and we know it's not a huge market, but it is one that is growing in our area. We've got every variety, brown, yellow, oriental, on our shelves that we can sell, and a lot of the growers here are looking at as an option. We've had some drier conditions, and it seems to survive a little bit better in drier conditions maybe than a canola might. So yeah, we've seen a lot of our mustard growing in this area, and yeah, like I said, our seed lineup, we basically cover everything from a rancher looking for forage seed to any grower, their crops. We've got a seed that we think can compete with anyone in the world.
yeah. So Grandy had came down there and just kind of bumped and rolled wide open. Just a pretty standard hit and roll for Alina. I think she's playing the double. She wants to get.
I think she's just worried about a jam at the
Oh,
back.
okay.
I think she wants to come across the face here and spread her rocks out, and to make sure that she doesn't jam that one at the back, and really just put the force on here, sit two, and force Grandy into taking another single.
Yeah, sit two and wide, right? So you don't allow a double for her to bail out of this end. Keep the force on. Kara Howell working the broom here.
Probably not. I think they were looking for a little roll towards the center of the ice there, but sit wide open with a possibility to maybe roll and bury a little bit behind that guard.
Kayla McMillan's funnel stone. Just a lightweight hit and roll over. Must be a tricky spot. This one ran straight as well. Both teams kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, this will leave the opportunity to roll behind the guards here. And, there's a lot of ice to play with. It's going to be fairly wide open, but she'll want to get across the face and sit two here.
Alina's first of two. She's going underneath the guards because if she rolls to the far side, she's going to jam on her own red. So she's just going to hit, roll underneath, give Grandy the opportunity to try and draw back in there, make it a little harder, try and get two. But if Alina makes this shot perfectly, it's going to be hard for them to blank this end, put the force on.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. If the shots make right, Grandy will come down and try to freeze to one of them and try to force a jam or a miss. But right now it looks like Tirinzoni's got the advantage here to force.
Another straight one, missed straight. Must be a straight spot on the ice. Or it's just a little up weight. It was a little heavier than I thought she was going to throw at it.
We're sort of seeing three miss on that same side, so telling that the ice might be a little straighter than they think it at that spot. But here's an opportunity to hit and try to roll behind that guard buried, and two's still alive.
Yeah, the option's there. A little heavy here, they're saying. Sweeping it hard. Do they hold it? Sit in there. Hard to say.
I think it's yellow. We'll see how they play this. I think if it's
they're saying yellow.
Yellow, they're going to have to make a play on it, try to freeze to the corner, and then set up the one there. I think if they felt it was red, they would have gone probably to the other side of the house and put on the force. But it looks like one yellow, so they're going to have to make a play on it.
Yeah. Just a bit of a score update from across the rest of the rink. We have Campbell up 6-1 over Galusha. Rana's up 3-2 over Holland. Hasselberg 2-1 over Schwaller. Fujisawa out of Japan's 5-1 over Jaggi. And Englot's up on Cameron 3-2. Alina's lost one here, coming down, looking just for a corner freeze on that yellow one in the top 8, top 12.
Not a lot of space there. You can see it's pretty well buried, so
has to be a perfect shot, or you're going to leave an option for 2. And perfect is as perfect as Alina always is.
Yeah, I don't think there's any thought on this shot when you have to play. It's going to be a straight draw. They were able to force for Tirinzoni. That's what they were looking for. But again, I think the way both these teams seem to be wanting to play, we're going to have a lot of ends like this.
It's going to be a full back and forth game. Pressure. This is full pressure. There has been no defensive strategy. It's go, go, go. All right, Clancy Grandy's last shot out of Vancouver, British Columbia. She has Lindsay and Sarah sweeping for her, looking to put it right on the button. Open draw for 1.
Haven't touched it yet, but looks like weight's pretty solid. They're just getting guided in here. Looks like solid shot to the bottom.
Yeah, showing why they're number 1, putting it right on the lid.
I've been farming on my own right for 40 years now, I think. It's a very wholesome enterprise. You have very, very busy periods when you have to go hard. So many of our windows are so tight that you just can't afford to miss a couple days of seeding.
When a producer places their trust in us, that when it's time for them to be able to make their living, we're going to be there. That's a tremendous responsibility that is not a one-day-a-year thing, right? In order to actually deliver on that, you have to build your processes and you have to build your team and you have to have a mindset of operational excellence, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And it's our job to make sure that they don't go wrong. Or if they do go wrong, that we can fix it before it affects our customer.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
All right, Sarah Locken coming lead for Clancy Grandy. Looking to come around the guard and put one right on the top four.
Different approach this end with the two center guards put up. At other ends, we've seen one in the center and then them going with the corner guards. So just a little different strategy in this end.
Yeah, and Alina's not having any of this. This is a little more defensive. She doesn't like this setup at all. She's electing to hit this top yellow one. Carol Howard's second shot of the game. A little wide, trying to work it in. It's a nice little hit and roll.
So they're looking for a roll to the open spot here. Grandy will try to bring it back behind the guards if she can. And use those two stones out front to try to set up a potential steal.
Roll a little bit far. Is it going to stick in? Nope, she's out the back. Oh, no, it bit in there.
Spun back by the looks of it, and it's funny, but I think Tirinzoni now will go behind these guards and try to put some pressure on.
Yeah, you'll see her take control, try and take control of the house anyways. Has to be close. They're on and off, a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of sweeping. Finish it up nice and right on the button.
Be buried, and interesting. Grandy's going to try to go right on top of it here. So I think we know the way the rest of this end's going to go with a lot of touch shots, a lot of draws probably going forward. Talking about it, Nutrien again. We have talked a little bit about seed, but fertilizer is one area that they talk about sustainability and making sure that the nutrients get in the proper place. Nutrien was the leader with ESN on the market, polymer coated urea that really controls the timing of when it's released, which is solid for growers, but also it's great for the environment, for sustainability. Those nutrients don't come out early and they come out at the time the plant needs it. The plant can take it in and really limits it. That there could be runoff in that product. So we are proud of the work that our company's doing in that regards, and the growers are definitely aware that their practices have to change, and we've seen a big change in the way our growers are using a product like ESN.
Absolutely. ESN, it's not only great for our producers, it's great for the environment, and Nutrien's really focused on doing what's best for everybody and helping our farmers achieve greater potential and keeping the environment as safe as possible as well. Selena's second shot here, I think she's playing a hit roll is what the call is.
So if she could get across the stone, be able to tap it out and sit two here.
Work it in there, girls. Just like that. Under 2 guards, that's a great spot.
Great weight. No less from the teams at this level, but now sitting two, both buried. It's important that they get this one in and sort of freeze to that one on the bottom.
Yeah.
Afford to leave it open.
This is Grandy's opportunity to try and put Tirinzoni in a force, lock it on top there, make it very difficult to get it out, and try and force a miss. Let's see if Lindsay and Sarah can lock it on there. Or
looks like we're a little light.
A little late.
Two thoughts. You could put another guard up, I think, at this stage and really close off that. But I think they're going to go on the offensive and get another one buried back there if they can.
Yeah, top 4 is a nice spot. Even top 12, anywhere in that sliding path is going to make it very challenging for Grandy to put the force on her. They're going right to the button though. Oh, anywhere in the spot. There you go.
I think they see an opportunity here to score multiple points and are going to keep the pressure on.
And that's what Alina and Silvana, the whole Tirinzoni team, do so well, and that's why they're ranked #1 in the world. Is they keep putting the pressure on and force teams to make a mistake, and once you do, they capitalize and they just keep pushing. And who better to throw this shot than Silvana herself, who throws third for the team. Team name's under her, but Alina calls all the shots. This one came up a little short as well for them.
But that's the mess. If you're gonna miss that shot, you're way better to be there. Still sitting 3, so in the driver's seat as well. And again, when you're one of the top teams, you know where your miss is.
Oh, Silvana just went down in the back there. She's bounced back up.
She stepped on a stone. I think it was outside of the rings.
It was, yeah. Oh, I hope she's okay.
She's laughing in the background. I think it's more embarrassed that it happened than injured, which is great to see someone getting injured.
Yeah, we've seen a few people go down though this weekend. And it's not like your small town Bonspiel in Falls. This is high level curling.
Yeah, we see stones bump sweeping this end as well.
Yeah.
So not the cleanest end of curling that's probably ever been played.
Grandy's really talking about how to unlock these stones. Speaking of unlocking products, Nutrien Egg Solutions has a proprietary product, Atlas XC. Unlock your potential fertilizer with a unique biocatalyst from Nutrien Egg Solutions. It's proven to increase your fertilizer efficiency and get the most out of your fertilizer application.
Yeah, I can get technical on how this works, which is outside of my scope, but it is an additive that we've, again, put on phosphate that allows the phosphate to be more available in the soil. So if the product is more available, obviously it's better plant uptake and opportunities are there. We've seen great results with it.
In the Southwest too.
Even in the Southwest where, you know, we're close to a desert possibly the last few years. We don't get a lot of moisture. But even here, we've seen some uptake in yield, again, which every grower is looking for. But even if we don't see that yield bump, we're seeing more product available to the grower the next year and years after. So it's one of those products that, again, we do have exclusivity on it. There's similar products, but we believe our product is the strongest in the market.
I think Kayla's trying to come around.
It's important to get this fully buried then.
A little deep. For third shot, it's not really going to help them here this end.
No, probably not the miss. It's going to be a catcher back there. They try to move some red rocks. I think they're probably going to ignore it, try to go right on top of that other one. They're just behind the one they threw before. Try to get 3 counting again and buried. And yeah, they're sitting in a pretty strong position at this stage.
Yeah. All right, Silvana, after her nice little wipeout there, we'll see how she comes out of the hack on this one. Looking solid as ever.
On and off of this one, which usually means the weight's pretty close.
This looks good. This looks really good. Oh, a little heavy, but that's okay. Right to that back one there, it is a catcher.
They are sitting 3. There's still a chance here to come in freeze to that one on the button here for Grandy, but we're gonna have to be pretty accurate at this stage to limit only to 1.
Yeah, force can be on if she puts it in a good spot here, but there's a big opportunity to give a mitt full of points up. Sarah and Lindsay right out of the hand, just pounding this rock. They must think it's a little light. Or inside. I think a little tight and a little light.
Just sort of kissed off that red stone here. Still sitting 3 red. Limit as to what they could do at this stage, but probably a guard at this point. Protect those 3 that are there and try to get the right angles to limit any run back.
Yeah, I think so. Like, you can throw up a guard here. Grandy will be forced to come around the other way, try and bite the 4-foot to limit the damage. But if you don't throw a guard there, she has the run back into the pot. So I think the guard's probably the right call. Let her draw that far side. She's not going to outdraw you, seeing how you're sitting on the pin.
And buried from that other side. So, yeah, right now, again, guard seems to be the right call. Make sure that they can't use that yellow stone that was just thrown.
You know, I've curled for about 26 years, and sometimes getting that guard placed in the right spot, the exact right spot, is one of the hardest shots to throw. You almost want to throw it to the button. But getting a good guard put in the right spot, it's not that easy.
Especially for someone throwing 4 stones who don't play a lot of guards typically.
No, it's quite easy to be deep when you don't mean to be. But that will do.
Yeah, there's not many angles left here. I think they took away the opportunity to run that yellow at the top of the 8-foot back.
Oh, it's just
they might be able to come and tap it in for second shot.
I'm not sure. It may, I guess, because they've played every stone on that side of the sheet. That might be why they're electing to even look at that. I think the draw the other side's probably the easier shot of the two, but they've thrown 15 rocks now down that side of the sheet. That's where I think the thought process is coming from.
This is probably their best opportunity to try to limit them to 1 or 2. If they can get enough of that yellow stone to, like I said, just get it into the 4-foot somewhere in front of that red one. At this stage,
That's what they're doing, though.
there's not a lot of options left to them.
They're going to play this little chip shot, which, as long as you make contact, really doesn't have a lot of downfall to it. It's going in the right direction. Has that, you hit it thin, there's that red catcher. Hit it thick, it's going right to the button. There's a slight chance that it goes through the port there, but that's a very small risk. As long as you make contact, I think it's going in the right spot.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of rock visible for the up weight that they're going to have to play.
And back to what I was saying about throwing guards, that one for Alina did overcurl just a touch to give them this opportunity. It was a little deep too.
Yeah, I think they wanted to sit on the other half and really take away this opportunity.
Yeah. Just like that, did they count them out too, or?
I think there's going to be an opportunity for 3. Looks like that one at the back is probably second shot. So we've got a draw here for 3 to the 4-foot, but that was a tremendous shot.
Fantastic.
There wasn't much there. I mean, if it goes, 3 more inches, they probably forced him to 2.
Yeah.
Draw for 3 by the looks of it.
And these girls make it look so easy. Put it in there for 3. Count them up. Tirinzoni.
4-2.
I've got the bill.
Well, now I've got the tip.
Standard tip increased 2% this year.
That's why I keep you around. So, corn's looking great. Well, our crop plan is working.
And we locked in that input financing at the perfect time.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough?
Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea.
Let's talk more about next year. I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrien Financial, financing that's in the field with you.
Welcome back to the Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown. If you're just joining in with us, we're in the sixth end of Silvana Tirinzoni versus Clancy Grandy. You're joined here by Justin Seneker with Nutrien Ag Solutions and Tim Tisdale as well. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, we have a lineup of adjuvants. They're mixed with crop protection or crop nutrition products in the sprayer tank to enhance their performance. Talk to your local Nutrien Ag Solution rep about products like LI 700 or Valid to see what product will best fit your operation.
Yeah, Loveland is our proprietary brand that we have with Nutrien, and they are the leaders in the adjuvant world. The products that they have are definitely some of the top products used around the world.
Around the world, and that's why we like these world-class events where we're bringing from teams from all around the world, because we also are a global company that have top-notch products that really work.
Totally different strategy this end. Tirinzoni went into the rings on the first shot by the looks of it. Up to probably wants to play this a little bit more wide open, and I think they're going to force Grandy to maybe play the game they want here. They buried one, but you see they want to keep the front of the sheet pretty clean to avoid multiple points.
Yeah, this is a purely scoreboard decision. Getting rid of the guards, go in the house. Grandy went around the guard there to try and give her the chance to put two on the board, but Tirinzoni up two in the sixth. That's a scoreboard decision.
Trying to decide whether they want to go around everything by the sounds of it, or if they just want to maybe make a play on that card.
I'm trying to count the rocks, Tim. I don't know if they can hit that guard yet.
They can't take it out.
No.
But they could bump it over a little bit, I think is what they're discussing.
Yeah, a new rule came into play, a no-tick rule, where you can't tick a guard if it's touching the center line. But because this one's not on the center line, they can touch it and roll over to what they want. That corner guard's really hindering them. There's a perfect shot by Sarah. First guard come right around, perfectly buried, making Tirinzoni think.
We'll go after the stone. If it happened to hit the guard, so be it. But looks like they're going to try and make a play on that yellow stone and try to bump it and probably sit three.
Selena's been throwing just about a perfect game. I don't know the actual stats, but it would be darn close to 100%. And just like that, bump it, roll over, sit three, looking great, in control.
Yeah, so far every stone this end has been played just the way they want to by everybody. And you could expect this at this level, but now try to get another one behind this corner guard, and you might need a miss to get some multiple points, but at this stage, you set to play that corner guard, you're going to have to keep going behind it.
Nice little hit and roll over on top. It kind of does line up a double though. I think that's what Alina's looking at. Yep.
She might just be playing that outside stone and trying
To roll in. Oh, that's a thought too.
That's probably the one that's most dangerous right now for them. So I think they want to make a play on it.
Yeah. Well, they have a chance. Hit, roll. And stuck around in the back there.
At the end of the day, I think that stone was the one that potentially had the biggest risk for them if they didn't make a play on it. They want to try to keep this as wide open as and avoid guards at this stage with all their shots.
Yeah.
But again, the crowd's been very good. We are Friday afternoon here, or early afternoon, and the upstairs is filling up and downstairs. So really impressed how the community has reached out on a weekday here. I think the weekend crowds will only get better. But again, the curling club here does a fantastic job any event that they host.
It's been a world-class event. Jason Broughton has done a tremendous job on the ice. All the curlers are saying how much they love this ice surface, and then they just love the venue. Great big upstairs, lots of room for everybody. The teams are visiting with all of the people who come to watch them. Lots of autographs being done. They have a silent auction table, which is, I think, really cool. Almost every team signed a broom, a jersey, a jacket, something, donated to the table for fans to go home with a piece of history. No, it's been a world-class event.
Yeah, no, full marks to everyone that's volunteered, and you can't have events like this unless you get a lot of volunteers on board, and Swift Current, I think, has proven itself time and time again that they can host world-class events like this.
Absolutely. This is a busy schedule. We're holding 5 draws a day, 6 sheets wide. Jason and his staff, those ice makers are out there working. As soon as the sheet's done, they're starting to clean it because they don't have very much time to flip around and get the next draw out there. And these curlers absolutely love it.
And yeah, that's what you want, because as long as the curlers are happy and the ice is the way they want to be able to make their shots, that says a lot for an ice maker.
They're really talking about what they want to do with this shot. I wouldn't be afraid to come around and sit on top of that red one, or even, well, I'd probably want to sit on top of that one. Make Alina think a little bit about it. She's probably going to hit it anyways. She's hitting everything all day long, but make it hard for her. Make her put some pressure back onto her. Speaking of pressure, take your sustainability journey to the next level with Nutrien's Sustainable Nitrogen Outcome programs. Eligible growers can enjoy a promotional financing rate as low as 4.99% APR on select products. To learn more, go into your local branch or ask to speak to a Nutrien financial rep. And that's a great program just to take a little bit of the financial pressures off our producers for next year, a little bit of money back in their pocket.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Especially in our area where we've had 4 or 5 really dry years in a row, unseasonably dry, so that any opportunity that we can to take some of that pressure away from it. It's a huge investment that our growers make year in, year out, and really the growers are the ones that are taking that risk. So,
and reward them for being environmentally friendly and doing the right things for the environment. That's what we want to do. We want to partner with everybody who is making good business decisions and help them out.
Yes, and that's something that our head office, our corporate office with Nutrien on our mining side, they are shooting for a 0 emissions goal at some point. I don't know the year off date. I want to say 2028 is what they've been shooting for. But that's something that across the world right now is a huge thing, and our company is trying to be leaders in that regard.
Carol Howald sweeping hard for him. Get to the face. Oh, might have overswept it just a touch. That's nice though.
Yeah, had to get across, make sure they didn't move that red one there. Again, sitting four at this stage. Definitely setting up to be a force, but anytime you've got a lot of rocks sitting around, it does leave an opportunity to jam somewhere. So Grandy's gets good placement, and I think sitting on top of that one red right now is probably their best opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't ask Alina what she had for breakfast, but it might have been toast and jam. Sweeping around, trying to lock it on.
Great shot by Kate. I couldn't probably place that any better than where it is right now.
That's welded.
They're going to have to make a play on it. They can't leave that yellow sitting there. So whether they come and sit right on it or even maybe tap it slightly and try to separate those two stones that are there right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Even coming down and trying to peel it out of there, moving around, you just need to move something. Silvana's first one. Bump and roll over, perfect.
And looks like a great angle on that one up front too. Doesn't look like that yellow would jam right now. So couldn't probably place it any better than where it's at.
No, it's absolutely perfect. They're still sitting shot. The angle's not right for them. They can tap it back, and yeah, it might stick in there for shot, but it is looking tough.
I'll have a little chat here as a team on strategy. We definitely have to try to get that yellow unlocked from where it's at, I believe, to be able to use it here later.
Well, Grandy does have hammer here, so just playing a bump and maybe even roll over a bit of a corner freeze might help them out, depending on what Alina does. But yeah, I think she has to move those around a little bit just to free them up, change some angles, and see what leaves Alina.
I might be thinking about a double on those two reds sitting on top of that yellow.
Oh yeah.
If they can get the right angle, might be able to move that yellow back into the other red. Actually, probably their best option at this point. Just have to, again, you gotta get the right angle.
Well, while they're talking about their shot, Tim, Let's talk about early season weed control. Every spring is different, but being able to control weeds prior to spring is always important. Nutrien Ag Solutions experts have the advice you need for spraying. Products like Blitz, Convex, or Octagon can set you up for success. Talk to your local Ag Solutions expert before you spray to make sure you're ready for the growing season. Reach out to your branch for more.
Yeah, and we believe that we have the strongest team of agronomists, salespeople in the world. They really know their stuff. We're big on educating and do a lot of training with our group. So yeah, visit your local people. They can answer your questions, and if they can't, they know someone that can answer those ag-related questions. But there's so many opportunities out there. There's so many different products on the market, and we think we have the right people that can give the right advice.
Yeah, we really want to be agronomy solution leaders in the industry worldwide. We have a worldwide company and a worldwide network, which allows us to get the right information regardless of the question. Wow. All right then. Great shot.
Great shot. Was able to separate. I think ideally they would have loved that yellow to move back another foot or so, but I think ideally that's what they were looking for. No easy shot to remove that yellow right now. There's not a big port for it. So I think that's all they could ask for when they selected that shot.
Absolutely. It cleaned up a little bit, opened up the front. Alina is going to try and poke it through the port there, which is there, but it does give them the opportunity to freeze the next one in there and possibly set up their deuce.
Yeah, if the shot's made, they'll come down and then freeze to that red sitting at the back, and again, they'll put a little bit of pressure on Tirinzoni.
Absolutely. Well, and it depends on how Alina plays this one. She might hit and roll over in the back there and give Grandy a big pocket to sit in. So she's gonna have to be careful where she places this one.
I think
she's repping it.
She's playing this to not stick around. I think she understands that any rock she leaves probably is gonna get used against her.
She jammed her. I guess I'll ask her after the game if she had toast and jam for breakfast.
And I don't think that bothers her at all.
No, it got rid of a lot of problems actually for her.
Yeah, probably a better shot than she was trying to play, but there's that guard there now, so I think they'll probably come down, and if they can freeze to that red just on the edge of the 8-foot there, then again they're going to have an opportunity to maybe score two.
Yep. Okay, Clancy Grandy coming down, getting ready for her first of two shots here in the sixth end. Coming around the guard, looking for that freeze. She has Lindsay and Sarah sweeping for her. Rock placement's very important in this shot, making sure that it's hidden well, not giving Alina a shot to get her out of trouble.
Against 3 years, she's going to have to make sure she is counting, or at least maybe second stone she can get away with, but it's important that
she needs to be in the house. Yep. Here in T-line.
I think it is counting there. Definitely would have loved it probably 4 feet shorter.
Yeah.
But it's something they're still, I think they're going to have to make a play on here. If they want to come down and freeze on it or just tap it. But it's not, I guess they can play the easier, maybe double off their outside stone.
Yeah, I think that one's the easier shot, Tim. It's on your own, which is a little less risk. If you play the other turn, you're a little heavy. You risk the flash, and then you're given two. This one, there's a lot of catchers there. It's a bit of an easier shot.
At this stage, though, if they give up one, they're going to be extremely happy.
Yeah. Just like that, sitting three.
No choice here. Again, a draw into the full 8-foot to score one. And kind of have to try to look at a steal or a force and maybe score a couple in the last end.
Absolutely. This is the same shot Grandy just threw, so she should know the path. She should know the weight. Just need to execute now.
Stop sweeping. Looks like, again, solid T-line weight.
Perfect. And one up on the board. 4-3 for Tirinzoni after 6.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough?
Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea. Let's talk more about next year.
I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrien Financial, financing that's in the field with you.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
All right, out of Switzerland, Silvana Tirinzoni in 7th end is up by 1. Elected no guard, comes straight around right away. Full pressure on Grandy.
Yeah, Grandy really don't have any chance here. You're going to have to force or steal. No easy task for either of them, so we wanted to blank this end if possible.
Absolutely. Grandy did score in the 6th, so strategically, good spot if she can force Tirinzoni to 1 here, coming home with a hammer. That'd be a real good case scenario for them. But you'd never shy away from stealing a point either.
Looks like they're going to spread the stones out rather than come around those guards again. So sit two here, and we're going to force Grandy to be aggressive.
Yep. Touch deep, but that's all right. It's in the house. Just looking for points to put a little bit of a hard spot on Grandy. Behind the tee, those little could get you in trouble because Grandy has, and it's a catcher. So we'll see how this end plays out later on.
Come around these guards. Try to sit on top of that one that's already in there.
Lindsay just a little heavy here, but still in play.
Don't think that they're going to run these cards regardless where that one was placed. So, yeah, you're right. Ideally, it would have been a little shorter, but it doesn't change what Tirinzoni was going to do here.
Yeah, Alina's strategy is let's keep it clean. Let's get out of this end, get into the eighth with the hammer, up by one. That's her strategy. I'm thinking right now.
Straight peel. If you happen to get the other one, that's a bonus. But that's...
You just didn't want to leave anything up top. Again, big shout out to Chris Heichert and the staff at the Swift Current Curling Club for putting on the world's largest international cash event. They're paying out $100,000 over to the top winners of this event, and we're happy about Nutrien Ag Solution to pair along with them. We think it's a great event for the community, the players, everybody involved, and we're just happy to be here.
You're right. Nutrien, very happy with this sponsorship. We're already, talking about how to make this bigger and better for next year. So, this is something that, it's our first year with the sponsorship, but something that I see that has had a lot of positives for us. So hopefully that this becomes a long-term thing for us to be involved and just see how great the curling club is to work with and the group that's putting this event on. We're proud to be part of it.
Absolutely. And if you are in a driving distance of Swift Current, Saskatchewan, come on down to the rink. Oh, nice double takeout. Almost caught that one in the back. Come on down to the rink. There's lots of space. There's lots of people here, but it's a great atmosphere. They're live streaming on every TV, projectors, the different games. It feels kind of like a mini patch upstairs, and we're having a great atmosphere. Come on down and enjoy some live curling.
Yeah, nice double there. It's their rock up front now, and it's so high that it's really the pressure is on Grandy here to try and force them into a mistake.
All right, Kayla McMillan's first shot of this end, seventh end. He's coming around looking to sit on the top four, I believe. Or guard, I guess. Touch short. Not sure what happened there.
You're going to see them just run those guards. Ideally, they don't want to stick around either. If they do, maybe a corner guard. But
Yeah, a little tight. That's the second time that rock's come up short. I wonder if they've picked up on that, if they switched some rocks around yet or not. But I've noticed that rock come up short twice now on them.
you might actually be able to hit this on the nose and not be over the hog line and get it removed that way.
Big peel from Silvana here. And just got two of them moving anyhow.
Keep it clean at this stage. It's no use trying to force it when you have the lead.
I think she's talking, she's worried about going behind because that red one's so in the open. If she goes behind, they're just going to run it. Rock placement's a little tricky here. I wouldn't mind sitting beside it. Still lots of rocks left to go.
They're looking at all their options, whether they play it and roll. They could come and freeze to it or corner freeze to it.
I wouldn't mind sitting on top of it on the corner. Make Silvana or Alina go around. She'd come around, but it gives you the option then to hit and spill some things out. Maybe not being aggressive right off the start, but
looks like they're going to go around. We haven't seen this turn played very often today, so it'll be, I think, a little bit of a guess on weight. We've stayed on the other side of that sheet for most of the day.
you know, Tim, if you come right beside and you make them throw a slash hit at it, that red one might roll out. You probably are still sitting one if it rolls out. So just tucking a corner behind it might be a really good spot.
Have to run that guard because it is so high too. It's,
yeah. Curling quick here. All right.
I think that's maybe a little deeper than they wanted to be. I think you can run that red back. Probably hit it right on the nose.
Fairly easily, yep.
Possibly, if you don't get it enough, you might be able to make a double there as well. So they had limited options as it was, but now I think you're going to see them play the double.
Yeah, Alina's been in control of this end pretty well the whole time. She's done a really good job of calling this game, but it's to be expected too, being ranked #1 in the world. But Grandy is not out of it at all. She is fighting her way through. Perfect.
Sit a couple here, maybe just one. Looks like they're sitting one at the moment.
It gives Clancy the opportunity. She welds one on there. They're going to have to do a run back peel to get out, and the force could be on. So this was exactly maybe what Clancy was looking for. Maybe that deep shot was actually by design, giving her the opportunity to come down and sit on the button, weld it on, force them to play something they don't want to. It could be a very hard, if they weld one in there, it might be very hard to get out of this without a force.
And that was obviously Grandy's goal at the start of this end was to force them to one and then have the hammer in the 8th with an opportunity to put up multiple points.
that yellow one in the back there, that might be the counter. I think these other two top red ones are going to be played, and to get things moving, that back yellow one, that catcher can be very important here in this end.
Considering different options here, probably to draw right on top of that one on the button is the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I don't see a better option really, even all things considered. Like that, when you're trying to force, being frozen right on the button, it's great. Now there is an angle there with that top red one. They can slash it, and it's going to move all three. Downside to that, or upside to that, is you have that yellow in the back that'll be the counter. Now, that red, when they do slash it back, that red one on the button, it may track onto that yellow one. I think it's going to grab the right spin. So, but depends how you hit it. So we'll see what the choice is. But I think the freeze, if you can come in there and almost over curl underneath, that's going to line it up nice.
I think there's a risk in playing the top one and trying to get a double there. You hit it perfectly, you might be sitting two, but again, it's going to leave a run back opportunity to sit two. So,
well, that's what Clancy's looking to elect for, is to play this run back double. Maybe flop a bit to the center, sit 1 and 3 most likely.
I think it's time you have to play the shot you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Too, at the
Oh,
end of the
absolutely.
Day, right? You're the one throwing it. So yeah, if this is the one that suits your eye better and thinks this is a shot you can make, then absolutely.
Yep. And I think that's also why it's important to have the whole team come in as a conversation and be, where do we sit as a team? What do we think's the best for us move forward, and hear what the skip really wants to throw. And this is the one that Clancy, I think, wants. And oh, they left it a little wide.
So that's what they were looking for, but no chance to bury one here behind the guard. A little risk if you leave it in the wrong spot, but you're going to be sitting two here with only 3 stones left to go.
I'm surprised that Alina's looking at drawing in here. First thing I see is that double yellow run back. To me, that gets you out of the end. Even if you don't get that back yellow one, if you clip your red one and roll out, that's fine. You do.
They've gone to now.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
The opportunity for multiple points though here for Tirinzoni.
If she does make this and sitting 3 and everything pretty wide open, they're sitting really good to score. 3 probably.
Oh, touch wide. That's all right. Okay, so Grandy's first one here. She's looking at playing the double. I think she's trying to limit the potential points Tirinzoni can grab. That's not really aggressive. That's kind of a defensive play, and that's fine too. You're looking at the scoreboards going, we can't give up a pile. Most we can give up is 1. If we can't force her, Alina's playing spot on. We We don't want to force her. Oh, no, this is Grandy's last one. Sorry.
It is,
Yeah.
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 Just a hit and roll.
Hit and
there.
roll.
If she can roll.
Play the double, get out of the end, because it puts a force on to Alina to play then the double back. Or to draw for one, which is a force.
It's important that you try to roll as far as she can here, just to limit that double opportunity that they might have.
Yeah. Well,
They could get aggressive and
I
look at the double, but I think just take your one.
take your
point
one.
here and,
Yeah. Take the one, be up by 2 without coming home. Still a really good situation for both teams. It's not over by any stretch.
There's been a great battle all along here. No doubt that 3-ender made a bit of a difference, but Grandy's played with them shot for shot here.
Shot for shot. Strategy has been great, brilliant, really, both ways. Touch heavy. Oh boy. Oh, that's a steal of 1.
So
Tied up now coming home.
exciting last end set.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Chocolate brownie.
And we're back. Team Tirinzoni versus Grandy. We're in the 8th end, all tied up. Selena's playing the tick off that yellow one just because it's not touching the center line, so you can move that rock. And they practice these a lot.
Yeah, it was actually great to come down and watch some of the practice sessions with these teams. And they're very thorough and so important to get a feel for everything. But they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, missed that one wide. It was going to hit that yellow one on the center, so they just pulled it off instead of letting it hit and moving the yellow one back.
Opportunity here for Grandy to bury one first and get in there. The red's open, so it sets up probably a fairly simple shot, but you got to get in first and try to leave it maybe a little bit higher if they can.
Yeah, regardless of the team here, one of these teams is going to suffer their first loss of the event. Neither of them wanting to, but it's a battle all the way through here to the 8th end, all tied up. Tirinzoni has a hammer coming home. Grandy putting the pressure on 2 guards, coming around here now. They can lock this on, they'll be in a good spot. Touch deep, but that deep one last end, that was the kicker.
Made the difference, and yeah, as you expect, they peel the guards and try to keep things as open as they can here.
Fantastic double peel, roll it away, keep everything open in the front.
No choice but to replace a guard at this stage. Probably we'll see a guard remove here.
You're going to see about 5 more guards. 4 more guards, I guess. Back to a peel, guard peel.
Yeah, we'll see Selena have a little weight on this shot here.
Back at it to another guard. There's a lot of pressure on these teams. The top 10 in the pool moves on to the playoffs, and how that's decided is on the win-losses, and after wins and losses, if there's any ties, there's no tiebreakers being made. It's all on their draw the buttons, goes on the distances there. So there's a lot of weight put on those draw the buttons. So if you take a loss, then other metrics start to come into play for you.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a worse way to be eliminated than your draws to the button that you had during the event. So
No, and there's $100,000 up for grabs. Like, there's a lot of money in these games, so there's a lot of pressure to win these games.
and another straight PO here. Try to keep it as open as they can. It'll be interesting when Grandy wants to change strategy here.
Yeah, 1 more guard for sure, and then the next 2, every skip's a little different. I'm sure her coach upstairs has some thoughts, but of course, not on the ice with her, so. Clean peel.
Yeah, there's a lot of technology up on the top between coaches and Even some of the diehard curling fans keeping track on their computers shot by shot. So.
Absolutely. I went for lunch the other day, and it's great seeing all these teams around the town. You see them everywhere, eating at different local diners, which is a great benefit to the city of Swift Current, Saskatchewan. But yeah, I saw some of the teams there having lunch. They all had their iPads out, and they're going over their last game shot by shot, end by end. Every one of them on the iPad and talking about different shots, different strategy. This game has evolved completely. It is high tech and lots of practice and strategy talks. Touch deep there, I think, on this one.
I'm not sure they'll change the strategy. I think the peel's probably.
I think they're looking to get both of them here now. Roll it away, leave it all open so they can just draw down for one.
Yeah, if you jam their own at the back, not the end of the world here.
No.
Just don't want to leave the shots, don't sit around.
No, keep it open in the front, make it as easy as you can for your last shot. Silvana's last shot of this game. Missed the second one, but that's okay.
The last game going on, all other games are finished. This is the only sheet still going.
Yeah, we had Engwat over Cameron, Fujisawa over Jaggi, Schwaller over Hasselberg, Rana over Holland, and Campbell over Galusha. And we're down to our last four stones here. Tirinzoni versus Grandy. Lots of decisions being made here on what is the right strategy to try and make it as hard as possible for Alina on her last two shots.
Looks like they're going to try to change strategy away from the guards here.
Yeah, I think you almost need to come in, force her, hope for a miss. Alina's obviously in the driver's seat right now, but if you can get in there, make it hard for her, maybe open it up, make something happen, why not?
That's all you can do at this stage, is just try to make that last shot as difficult as you can.
Yeah, team huddle here, quick, last couple shots. So this is the most important shot. The next one is probably going to be an automatic decision. It's probably not as hard. This one sets your strategy up. So let's get together, talk about it, make sure we're all on the same page. We know exactly where that stone goes, because an inch here, either way, can make a big, big difference.
Yeah, you want to make sure that if you're running around, it is getting buried to try to take away the double.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that they're going to have to play.
Yeah, I think they're talking about getting it tucked in behind this red one here a little bit, showing it. So they either have to run the red or try and just hit it plainly, but not be shot rock if they do hit it. So that's kind of what they're talking about there, is where exactly do we want this to stop?
Yeah, you're right. Just partially buried is probably the best spot to be.
Now it all comes down to execution, and much like Nutrien Ag Solutions, we are working hard with our growers right now, building crop plans so that our farmers too can execute 2024 growing season.
Yeah, we want to be there for our growers from the beginning to the end. Part of their decisions they make in the off season now really determine what their year could be. So we really pride ourselves in wanting to assist them through the whole growing season, off season, and help with crop planning and help with those decisions as well.
Yeah. Okay, so Clancy elected for the guard here, high guard. So they can't rip, well, it'd be hard to rip both of them. And I think Alina is switching gears. She's going to throw a draw, get her weight ready in case she needs to draw the pin for a second one.
I think they called that as an audible. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that wasn't their original thought, but when they saw it was light, they called an audible.
Okay, Alina's first of two, last end, up by one with, tied with the hammer. Looking to place this one right on the button. She has Carol and Selena brushing for her. Silvana calling line. She has had perfect weight all game long.
On the button.
Grandy has to come down here now and tap it just off, but not roll away, not give it an easy run back either for Alina. Not an easy shot at all.
No, it's going to be tough to make contact and not leave yourself open for a takeout for the win. But I would ask Grandy at the start of the day if she'd want to be in this position in the last end against the top team in the world. I think she would have taken this.
Oh, absolutely. This game has been back and forth. Both teams have been in control. Both have shot very well. This is a finesse shot, but very doable. And if she makes it right, it puts the pressure on Alina. Okay, Lindsay and Sarah sweeping for her. This is, if she threw it right, it's more about line than it is about weight. Oh, she came up short, and that shakes. Well, thank you very much for tuning into the Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown. Silvana Tirinzoni over Clancy Grandy.
We feed the world with Nutrien, and a large portion of what our job is to get fertilizer out with the carriers so they can get directed to the farms or to the different retail locations. We know that if we don't have the answer to something, we're not afraid to reach out because we have support from everyone. We've got a really good team behind us.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.